For this next game, you're going to need a selection of objects. You can find anything in the house, so you just need two of the same thing. So I've got a long spoon and a short spoon, long scissors and short scissors, a long piece of log, short piece of log, long pen, short pen, long clip, short pig, long lolly stick, short lolly stick, long piece of Lego, long short tower of Lego, and a long peg and a short peg. So I'm going to clear those away. The idea of this game is to develop the language of longer and shorter. We could say that this spoon is small and this spoon is big, but because we're learning to talk about measurement, we're going to try and use the word long and short. So with the previous game with the plankton, I think we've grasped what is long and what is short. So you're going to start developing your language to use the word longer and shorter. So when we look at these two spoons, this one is longer than this one, but this one is shorter than this one. So you can find different things in your house to help you develop your language. So let's have a look at the scissors. Now, if we have the scissors like this, we just can't tell which is longer and which is shorter. So it's really important that we put one end together. So let's turn them round so they're at the same level at the bottom. So the handles are the same. So now we can see which one is long and which one is short. And we can now use our describing words to just say the pink scissors are shorter than the silver scissors, but the silver scissors are longer than the pink scissors. Now let's make it a little bit more difficult. Now let's introduce 4 items. So we've got 2 lolly sticks that are different lengths, and we've got 2 towers of bricks that are different lengths. So this time you've got to think hard, which are the 2 longer items? Which one's longer and which one's shorter? Now remember, you're not to use the word big and small, it's longer and shorter. So I remember we've got to put these 2 together, so the ends are together, and now I can tell, because this one carries on more, this one is longer than this one. So this one we say is shorter than this one because we're comparing. We're only comparing against one other item. Okay, now we look at the towers. Again, we put the bottoms together, and now we can see this one is long and this one is short. So then we can say this tower is longer than this tower. And if I take away one of the things and I've got 3, which one is longer now? Is it the tower of bricks, this tower of bricks, or the lolly stick? So now you're starting to compare 3 items, so it gets a little bit more difficult. You could say this one's long, this one's medium, and this one's short. But when we're trying to develop the language of longer and shorter, we need to decide which one is longer. That one's longer than that one, but that one is longer than that one. So it becomes a bit more difficult when you introduce more than 2 items. Let's try some different ones. I've got my 2 pens from the classroom. Again, if we have them lying down like that, they almost look the same. So it's really important that we put the bottoms together, and then we can clearly see that the pink one is longer than the green one. If I turn it round, do you think it would be the same? Do you think the pink one will still be longer than the green one? It is. Now be careful. Make sure you don't put them together and say, oh, the green one's the same, or push it along and say the green one's longer, because their bottoms aren't together. Okay, you must make a pretend line and put them together so you can compare them properly. Now I've got a few more things. I found some clips in the drawer in the kitchen that I can compare, and I also found some pegs. Now you're very good now at saying which is long and which is short, and you can decide quickly. You could play a game, find the 2 that are longer, and I'd say that one and that one, and it leaves the 2 short items. And then you could compare the 2 that are left. Which one is longer, the yellow clip or the purple peg? So it's all about what you're comparing it to. Okay, now one extra challenge here. Now I've got 2 pieces of string, and this is causing me a bit of a problem because I don't know how to compare them to find out which one is long, which one is short, which one is longer and which one is shorter. So when it's something like this, it's important to make it into a straight line and lie it out and put the ends together. Oh, we might need to hold that one still, but we can see already that now they're laid out in a long line that the top one is shorter than the bottom one. So even when things, you might find a necklace at home or a bracelet or a watch, you might have one of your parents' watches and you might have one of your watches, but when you uncurl them you'll see which one is long and which one is short. Now there's a fun bit. You might want to try this at lunchtime. Can you hear what I've got? I've got something to eat. Now things can change. I've got a chocolate bar. I shouldn't have a chocolate bar, should I? But I've got one. Now I've got one chocolate bar, and when I open it up, it's a long chocolate bar, but I can change it to make it shorter. Do you know how? Are you ready? I can eat a bit. So even when you're eating your dinner, you might have some fish fingers. They might be long fish fingers, and when you eat a bit or cut a piece off, you're making them shorter. So even when you've not got things around you, you can make things longer and shorter by changing them yourself. Well, it'd be lovely to see how you all get on, maybe whether you're eating at lunchtime or whether you can find lots of objects around your house to compare. Let us know how you get on. It'd be lovely to see. Bye bye for now.